Hi, thanks for joining me. Let me tell you the story that is the essence of my motivation that ultimately put me here in front of you right now. You see, I grew up as a very happy child, not in a financially wealthy, rich family, but I thought we were. Fortunate though to be upper middle class, as my mom explained when I came home from school around the age of 10 and let her know that I told everybody at school that we're rich. You see, my father, he had a franchise agreement to operate a Texaco gas station. It was a service station. He built it into the third highest volume gas station in the Southwest United States. He was an entrepreneur, a businessman, and a good one. Now, he did not own the land or the building, but operate the business is what he had an agreement to do, and he did it for about 25 years. In addition to other business ventures he pursued at different times, and he operated multiple stations for a while. Now, the lucky kid I was, I got to go to work with my father at a very early age in elementary school. By far, one of the greatest opportunities ever given to me, especially for being given to a young boy. Now, there I was, thrust in the throes of adulthood at Royal Lane and 35 at I-35 there on the corner in Dallas, Texas. You may know the area. So this is where some of the best and the brightest minds exist. Some of the wealthiest people were just a couple of miles away, all mixed in with some of the poorest and underprivileged people. And just moments away also existed the seedy underbelly of the big city. Now, aside from learning to make change from the cash register that didn't tell the amount of money to give back to people, I learned a lot of valuable, very important skills. All the things that go into working and running a gas station, a retail store, tire shop, auto repair business, and wrecker service. Just what you would expect from such a high volume, prime location. I learned about entrepreneurship. Most importantly, I learned advanced interactions with every walk of life and type of person imaginable. Now, my mom, she's a kind Southern sweetheart who's great with people, a real magnetic personality. She was quite a teacher to me. My dad, who's probably the most hilarious person I've ever known, such a funny, great spirit. He was very blunt and sharp-witted, an alpha leader to the world. A great teacher to me, like my mother was as well. If my father liked you, you would know. And if my father didn't like you, you would know. He was my role model. Both my parents are my role models. So charm and people skills tempered with extreme candor mixed with risk-taking and an alpha entrepreneurship style is what they taught me. They gifted me with this. That's what I paid attention to and internalized. The customers that came into that service station while I grew up, as I said, were all types of people and personalities that you could ever think to experience or imagine. Billionaires, the average family man and woman, FBI agents that befriended my father and shared their stories sometimes, small business owners, blue collar, white collar people, criminals too. You name it, all types of people. The family, we got to know many of these people whom we saw often over time, befriended them, knew them. Now keep in mind, I worked there after school, every day, on the weekends, on holidays, and especially during summer breaks. I absolutely loved it. I saw people experiencing highs and lows continually while working there, heard countless stories from people about their lives and experiences, saw an uncountable number of salespeople stop in and try to peddle their goods. Saw many grifters too as they tried to rook people, including me, with their persuasive crafts. Quite a learning experience. Now, I tell you all this for really one reason. What all these people had in common, including my mom and dad, was how their days were challenged with persuading people, negotiating with people, working to convince people and get along together as people. I saw how their success is hinged on communication with people to get alignment and agreement. I saw how people sought out to be heard and truly listened to. I watched how their moods revolved around their ups and downs, based on their results interacting with people and how their lives were dictated by their goals and dreams and visions. And their choices, rather good or bad, is intertwined with how the trajectory of their life is based on overcoming rejections. Life continually challenges us, and it's not just how we handle the challenges, but also how we handle success as well as how we view all of this at the same time. Ultimately, the boy I was grew up and saw his parents face a major crisis in rejection before I graduated high school. I saw how choices in rejection took away my parents' business, took away their optimism, and relegated them into a sense of defeat and barely getting by financially. That's the first time I've ever said that out loud openly in a fashion that I know others, hopefully many others, will hear that. It feels emotional and relieving at the same time right now to confront that reality out loud and to let it be revealed. So carrying on here. All of what I just described to you, all of that made me question almost everything in my life. You've been there. I tried lots of ways to overcome it. It tried to take my optimism, tried to take my smile. It tried to take away the confidence that I'd been so lucky to build while growing up in that wonderful childhood. In truth, it did steal some of these things from me for a while because I allowed it to. I went to work outside the family business realm right after high school. I had no choice. I always wanted to work just with my dad. I worked and paid my way through college. I became entrepreneurial in spirit early on. That was another gift. You see, I saw so many people over the 13 years I got to work there by my parents' side on the corner of I-35 and Royal Lane while I was growing up that also faced decimating rejection and had described to me how rejection was beating them down. I vividly remembered what I saw and learned from them, and that helped me excel through my struggles and through tough times, very tough, emotional, gripping times. Well, the years went on, and I went on and out into the world with that cherished youth and business learnings long behind me, but never forgotten. And I began learning again and risk-taking even more. So fast forward, on December 23rd of 2011, my father unfortunately passed away after battling Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and dementia all simultaneously. Not a great combination that he dealt with. We all dealt with it for several years, especially my mother. He wasn't himself for many years before he passed away, and obviously that was rough. Now today, my mom, wonderful lady, still lives in the childhood home where I grew up. We grew together in Dallas. She's a beautiful lady with the kindest heart. Now, of course, I can't go back in time and change their lives and financial mistakes and get my father back the optimism he had lost and maybe provide a brighter last several years of his life before his diseases had set in. But I can help you now, though, to beat the hell out of rejection that faces you all the time, faces everyone you know and care about. I can help you persuade, convince, win, achieve so much more in your life. Then you can help other people achieve so much more in their lives. I know you want to do that. You see, up until now, absolutely no one could tell you what I'm going to tell you. No one ever told me while I grew up, nor did they ever tell you what I'm about to tell you. No teachers, mentors, parents, friends, siblings, professors, bosses, anyone ever told me this, that, hey partner, in life there's only 15 categories of rejection that exist, that you will face in the entire world, and here's what they are, and here's how you can beat all of them. Yeah, you didn't know that. I didn't know that. It would have helped me to know that there's only 15 categories of rejection, especially know that the first category is mind blocks. It would have made a substantial difference to know this information, and especially know the skills to defeat all the types of rejection that are lurking and facing us. There are hundreds, really thousands of ways to be told no, yet they all converge into 15 categories. Wow, this is powerful. Knowledge everyone should be taught to be able to name and identify the 15 categories of rejections. Families should teach it, and especially schools should. If you're a teacher, then advocate to teach this discovery. If you're a manager, then teach this. If you're a friend to someone, then share this. Learn it just like learning your ABCs. I mean, heck, there's just 26 letters in the English alphabet. A 3-year-old learns that. You learning what the 15 categories of no are, how to find them, see them, identify them on the spot, and name them quickly. You should be able to name them right now. I can teach you. And learning these skills and the talents and the craft, the art of persuasion to overcome them is a game changer. It makes a paradigm shift in your life. You're going to achieve so much more. Make your goals, dreams, and visions manifest, come alive. That's what we want, right? Turn no to yes. Get more yeses. Be such a persuasive person that you can often prevent no from even coming up. This will most certainly change your life for the better. With this ability comes more happiness. Doesn't defeat all the pain that comes at you in life, but it brings more happiness and equips you to defeat that pain quicker. It required a global effort and took me literally a decade to study, research, interview, survey, observe, and dig deep into human behaviors and interactions to be the first person ever to discover what the categories of rejection are. This is a typology of rejection. Ultimately, it is the sources of yes and no. In the process of the discovery, I uncovered the ways to overcome all these rejections. I'm honored to reveal and share this knowledge with you in my book called Overcoming the 15 Categories of Rejection. You can get it on my website, www.15cor.com. That's www.15cor.com. My name is David Rose, and I'm the CEO of C-Level Global. I'm a serial entrepreneur today, a board advisor. I've lectured in colleges, and I've spoken to business crowds, and I'll be starting more businesses. I ask 2 things of you right now. First, for yourself, please read the book to reduce the struggles in your life and capture more of what you seek. Second, I compel you to please help me. Send your stories of facing rejection and overcoming rejection to me. You can contact me easily at the website, www.15cor.com. I won't use your name unless you tell me to, but I truly believe your stories will tremendously help others that I may share it with. Your stories can change lives. Thank you for spending this time in your life with me right now. You are an important person, a soul in this world with hopes and dreams, along with the desires to take care of those you love and care about. The knowledge gained from my book, Overcoming the 15 Categories of Rejection, will help you immensely and your family, friends, co-workers. As I hope you soon read about in my book, life is a roller coaster of rejection. You're up, you're down, you're twisting and turning while adrenaline and emotion are coursing through your mind and body. Get off the roller coaster and take control of your life to achieve so much more. Again, thank you very much for being here with me now. And this is the book that I hope you'll be going to the website to get very soon. Thank you again.